Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to talk about a topic that can make a big difference in your life: budgeting. Now, before you start yawning or think budgeting sounds too complicated, let me tell you this: it doesn't have to be boring or difficult. In fact, creating a budget can be an empowering way to manage your money and live according to God's principles. Stick with me, and I'll show you how to do it step by step in a simple and Christian way. Have you ever felt like your money just disappears and you don't know where it went? Or maybe you've been stressed out by bills piling up. Don't worry, you're not alone. That's why today we're going to look at how you can make a budget that helps you honor God and take control of your finances. Step 1: why budgeting is important. First things first, why should we even bother with a budget? Well, the Bible talks about the importance of planning and using our resources wisely. In Luke 14, verse 28, it says, "Suppose one of you wants to build a tower. Won't you first sit down and estimate the cost to see if you have enough money to complete it?" This verse reminds us that planning is important, and that includes planning our finances. A budget is just a plan for how you're going to use the money God has given you. It's like a map that shows you where your money should go instead of wondering where it went. When you budget, you're not just managing your money. You're being a faithful steward of the resources God has blessed you with. Before we dive into the details of making a budget, let's remember that God is at the center of everything we do. So, it's a good idea to start with prayer. Ask God for wisdom and guidance as you make financial decisions. James 1 verse 5 tells us, "If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you." God cares about every part of our lives, including how we handle our money. Step 3: make a list of your income and expenses. Now that we've prayed for guidance, let's get to the practical part. The first step to creating a budget is knowing how much money you have coming in and where it's going. It's like when you're building with blocks. You need to know how many blocks you have before you start building. Start by listing your income. This could be your salary, any freelance work, side jobs, or even financial gifts. Basically, write down anything that brings money into your life. Next, make a list of your expenses. These are things you spend money on, like rent, groceries, transportation, and even fun stuff like going to the movies. Don't forget the little things, because they add up. It's important to know exactly where your money is going each month. Step 4: give every dollar a job. Now that you know your income and expenses, it's time to give every dollar a job. This means deciding how much money will go to each category. You can think of your money like a group of soldiers. You want to send each one where it can do the most good. For Christians, the first job for our money should be giving. Proverbs 3:9 says, "Honor the Lord with your wealth, with the first fruits of all your crops." This means putting God first in our finances by setting aside a portion for tithes and offerings. It's a way to show our trust in Him and to remind ourselves that all our resources come from God. After giving, assign your money to other categories like savings, bills, groceries, and fun activities. Don't forget to set aside something for an emergency fund. Proverbs 21:20 tells us, "The wise store up choice food and olive oil, but fools gulp theirs down." It's wise to prepare for the unexpected by saving a little bit every month. Step 5: track your spending and adjust. Creating a budget isn't something you do once and forget about. It's an ongoing process. You need to track your spending to make sure you're following your plan. You can use an app, a spreadsheet, or even just write it down on paper, whatever works best for you. If you notice you're spending too much in one category, don't get discouraged. Just make adjustments where needed. It's okay if your budget changes over time. The important thing is to keep your goals in focus and stay on track. Step 6: don't forget to be generous and have fun. Remember, a budget isn't just about paying bills and saving money. It's also about enjoying the blessings God has given you and sharing them with others. Acts 20:35 says, "It is more blessed to give than to receive." So look for ways to be generous and help others, whether it's donating to a charity, supporting a friend in need, or simply offering your time and skills, giving is an important part of living a Christ-centered life. And yes, it's okay to have fun too. Just make sure you're spending within your means. Plan for things you enjoy, whether it's a family outing, a hobby, or even treating yourself to a special meal once in a while. Life is meant to be enjoyed, and a budget can help you do that without guilt or stress. Conclusion. There you have it, a Christian approach to creating a budget. Let's quickly recap. Start by understanding why budgeting is important. Pray for guidance. List your income and expenses. Give every dollar a job. Track your spending, and don't forget to be generous and enjoy life. Remember, budgeting isn't about being perfect. It's about being intentional with the resources God has given you. If you have any questions or tips to share, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could use some financial encouragement. And remember, when you manage your money according to God's principles, you're not just making a financial plan, you're walking in faith.